Fred's here. Say hello to Fred.
Hi, Fred.
That means it's time for the feature artist. We're going to make this a regular thing for as long as this bug can keep around with us. Hello. Oh, you're trying to get up higher. All right. He wants to steal the show, which you all love him for anyway. Sisters Doll are tonight's feature artist with their debut release. Welcome to the Dollhouse.
He did a Jimmy.
No, I did a Jimmy. It was released in 2012, but it's a debut record, 10 tracks for 36 minutes. Jimmy.
I've seen some live footage of these guys, Andrew, and the live show that they put on looks fantastic. They really put on a show. It's very cool. I hear an early Motley Crue / Kiss influence in the songs.
I was wondering if you guys get the same thing as me on that regard.
Yep. These guys, they freely admit it, they're all about bringing back the glam package, and I really like it because it's entertainment. We are part of the entertainment industry.
That's right.
Not just the music industry, it's the entertainment fucking industry.
Hookers and blow for everyone.
Very catchy
That
songs.
should be their slogan.
Yes, catchy songs, very commercial, radio friendly, but do you reckon Triple M will play her?
No.
Nah,
Of course
sorry.
not.
Doesn't matter. I like this.
Gold 104 might.
Yeah, the production's good. If you like Kiss, early Motley, Poison
Yeah,
type of music, check this band out because they're very young too and they've got a big future. I'd like to hear a little more variety in the vocals, which I think will come with time.
Yeah,
Bit
and in
more
the interview we cover off
experience
the newer tracks and stuff. There's a
Yeah,
lot
well,
better
this was
coming from it.
2012, yeah?
Exactly.
So, I mean, God, what were they, 15 back then or
No, I
something?
don't know.
Yeah, they're pretty young dudes. Very American-sounding pop in parts, but a good entertaining band. 7 out of 10.
Cool.
Runaway. Got to see them live.
Yeah.
Well, I know of this band, but I don't think I've heard them before. Lots of early Crew and Poison everywhere with just a touch of Firehouse. That's what I was hearing. The production is okay, but there's definitely room for improvement. A little too raw for this style of music. Like, considering all the late 80s glam stuff that was there, yeah. Some of the lyrics were horrible, and some were hilarious, so they've nailed that when it comes to this style of music. I'd love to check them out live while absolutely hammered, because I reckon it'd be fun. 6.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Well, these guys, from memory, we did the interview a while ago, and we'll clarify things as the interview goes along, but from memory, they sort of won the money to do the recording for a competition and ended up with more time than they sort of banked on. So it was originally going to be an EP and they turned it into an album.
Nice.
And for me, in the album craft, that kind of shows a little bit. I reckon there's a really, really strong EP in here with a few sort of filler moments.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'd agree on that.
Kiss and Motley Crue, I got that all over this. They're unabashed Kiss fans and it shows. But it's the early stuff. There's also some 60s and 80s stuff in here as well, though. There's some 60s
like New
sort
York
of
Dolls
rock
and stuff, yeah.
80s
Yeah,
influence, like sound stuff. It's actually a pretty cool little mix. Wide range of not only style, but sort of content. I reckon it's really well done overall. Youthful exuberance is all over this record, and I love that. This is one of those albums where you're going to look back on and go, that was the start of something really cool.
Yeah.
I reckon so anyway. I've heard so much about their live shows. I've yet to see them live, but Dave has assured us they are absolutely ripping live. And I look forward to the future for these guys. I reckon it's a really strong release. Yeah, I get some of the production and the vocals are a little bit pitchy at times too, but it's the energy that matters on this one.
That's right.
And they've captured
They
it.
got that, yeah.
And that's the important thing when you listen to it. So it's worth checking out for sure. If you like your glam or your early Kiss and Motley Crue, then check it out. 8 out of 10. I picked Dollhouse, Lonely Room, and Falling, which is the last track on the album, I believe. That was really cool. We'll go to the interview, give you a clip, we'll come back and wrap it up. We're here tonight with Sisters Doll. All the members are here tonight with us, so how are you?
Good, thanks. How are you going? Thanks for having us on.
No worries at all.
Looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
First off, just introduce yourselves and what part you play in the band.
Yep, I'm B. Monroe, and I'm the lead singer and guitarist.
I'm Lips, and I'm the drummer and backup vocals.
And I'm Aussie Fox, bass guitar and backing vocals.
Now, you got an interesting backstory. You started off in WA, I think, 5 years ago, thereabouts.
Yes, yep.
And you've made the journey to Melbourne. So give us a bit of the long backstory that goes with all of that.
Well, obviously we're brothers, so I was in another band, and that band folded. So we started jamming and got together, and we started playing Kiss songs up in the back shed, like in the band room. And we were big Kiss fans, obviously, and we wanted to bring back that sort of sound. And then we did the whole band competition thing, and then won a competition which got us to record an EP. So we recorded the EP, and then we did another comp, won that, which got us the opportunity to record our album. And then from there, just kind of snowballed. It just kind of, we're like, geez, we like what we're doing. We always wanted to be in a band, and yeah, it's kind of
Something we've always
That's
wanted
how
to do.
snowball-
yeah. And then I came over for a Gene Simmons luncheon. It was as a fan, because I'm a big Kiss fan, and I took my press kit along, the band's press kit, and I thought, Gene will probably throw it in the bin, who knows, but I'll take it along, who knows. So I took the press kit along, and I said to Gene on the day, I said, do you mind if I give you my press kit? And he said, yeah, no worries, give it to me. And he had a look on it on the day and had a quick squiz at it and whatnot. And then, the time went by, and I thought, oh, we won't hear nothing back. And then all of a sudden, the guy that was running it, who was our manager now, Mr. Peter Hoffman of Magic Brands, he rang us and was interested, and we thought, wow, this is cool. So we invited him over. He came and had a look at us, and we put on a big show with pyro, with confetti, with all sorts of stuff. We tried to put on a big show, because that's what we're doing over there anyway. So we thought we got to show him what we've been doing and what we're about. And he liked it, fell in love with it, and he said eventually you have to make the move to where the mass is, where the people are, and obviously Melbourne's a good rock sort of capital. So he said eventually you have to come over this side sometime, and it was something that was in our mind to do eventually, and didn't we? We decided to
Make the
make
move.
the move,
Make the move and
see what we can do over this side, and hopefully can go all right. Yeah.
Tell us now about Welcome to the Dollhouse, your debut album, and about, I guess, the process you went through, because you won some competitions which gave you the recording time and stuff. So tell us a bit about the album and the creative side, and also the process you went through in the recording side of it all.
Yeah, well, when we did the band competition, we only had about 4 songs that we had actually that we were playing out live. We had a lot of ideas for songs, but we hadn't actually
Worked on them.
Yeah, like Dollhouse wasn't even a song at the time. So when we recorded the album, or when we got the time, we had to really go, oh wow, we want to do an album, so we're going to have to go and start writing and
make a theme of the album.
yeah. And we Bryce came up with the Dollhouse concept, like how about a song called Dollhouse, and then Welcome to the Dollhouse came about, and we thought, well, that's quite a cool concept. Are you ready to play? Sort of like sort of a gimmick thing. And then then that song came about, and then some of the other songs like Isabella, Lonely Room, and that were songs that I'd written a while ago that were a bit more, pop sort of songs that we turned into more rocky and brought in that way. And then Barbie, I Love Barbie was another one that Bryce came up
kind
with.
of threw together.
Yeah, and that was just a
Lyrics don't really make
lyrics
sense.
are just like a.
Came from the concept.
It was
really,
just
that
It was a
song.
fun song, and
It's just a catchy song. Bryce came up with the drum beat, and then I came up with the chugging of the guitar part, and then it turned into a song. And then it was just a fun. We were all green. We walked into the studio when we first walked in there, and we're like, we're in a studio sort of thing, and we're very green with even the way we had our amps set up and stuff. And like Bryce, we had to play to a click track, and so Bryce was snuck into that really well, clicked into that really well, and and then the bass sounds, we're trying different things, but like I said, we were just green. Like the producer pretty much, he said, oh, how about we try this? And we said, he really worked well with us, and we worked well with him. We loved working with him. And
it's some great ideas.
What should people expect from your live shows, and what do you do to make it that way? And then as a flip side of that, why is it so important to you to do that?
Good question.
Good question.
I think growing up being Kiss fans, obviously, we kind of wanted to have that show aspect. And I danced for probably about, how long? I danced for 9 years. So I kind of always had that sort of showman sort of attitude. Like I always go on stage, give it 110%. I didn't care what it was, because generally you're performing in front of a judge or something. So you always had to put your best foot forward. So to me, I've kind of just grew up, from a young age, knowing that, you have to put 110% on the stage. It doesn't matter how you're feeling or whatever. And sometimes it is hard. You're in a little bar and there might only be 2 people there. And you do sometimes, in the back of your mind, right in the back, you're kind of going, geez, it's hard. It's hard, but you just get into the music. I think that's when you feel the music more. And sometimes they're the better gigs, because you get locked into music and we're really in the pocket, and we're like, geez. And then you sometimes close your eyes and you just picture that there's, 50,000 people out there. But it doesn't always happen. But
And we've always felt like that way. Like you don't want to go in, you don't want to walk into a bar and just see a band. The guitarist is looking and he's, looking down. The drummer's just kind of like, which is cool. I mean, for them. But I'd rather just, sit at home and put the CD on.
I think as well,
it's good going and watching a show these days. And
music and performances, that's the first thing we worry about. That's the main important thing. Whereas all the flames and all the other stuff that comes second. That's that's just to add to it. Like,
just so people have got something to watch.
Something
But
else
if
to
we
watch.
don't, if we're not allowed to use it, we always.
but without it, we can still do the same high energy show that we always do.
You've had the privilege of being the backing band for Bruce Kulick.
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about that experience, how it came about, and what that was like for you.
Oh, that was a dream come true.
Oh, dream come true. Yeah.
million years never
yeah.
thought we'd be supporting him, let alone being his backing band. So we'll, obviously being big Kiss fans, that was just a huge honour. And we're lucky because our manager Peter was running a Kiss convention at the Seaford Hotel, and they wanted to do a convention to open up this room that they had started. So that's why it was at the Seaford. And Peter said, well, how about we get Bruce over? I've got contacts with Bruce, we'll be able to get him over. And we're like, and that Seaford agreed, and everything went well. And then in that time, Peter put the hard word on us and goes, how would you feel about being his backing band? And we're like, well, do you think we're good enough, sort of thing? And
He's not going to say yes.
yeah.
No.
And he
Bunch of
believed,
kids,
and
no.
Peter believed in us, and then obviously Bruce eventually had to believe in us too. And actually, he told us when he got here that it was his wife who actually gave him the handball and said, "Just do it. You'll be fine. I think the kids will be fine." Yeah, when he walked into the rehearsal studio, we kind of wanted to just hail the ground and be like fans, but we kind of had to put the professional hat on and be like, "Nah, hang on, we got to."
This will work.
It's work. We got to listen to what he says, take it all in, and make sure. And we learnt a lot from it.
Yeah,
Like
for
a lot of things. Like
Yes.
Yeah.
As soon as he walked in, it was bang, we're into Lick It Up, playing Lick It Up.
yeah,
Straight away.
it was like, all right, let's do Lick It
Let's
Up.
do
Like,
it, boys.
bang,
Bang.
and yeah, he was.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
stop
he worked well with
between-
Austin. Him and Austin worked
Yeah.
really well together.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was just so surreal just to be working with Bruce Kulick from Kiss.
On to the next phase for you guys. What is the plan for Sisters Doll over, say, the next 12 to 24 months then?
Definitely. We definitely got the new album coming out, so that will definitely be out by next year. We haven't got a release date or anything, but it will definitely be next year. And then we are definitely going to be planning to go to Europe and branch out of Australia. We've been to America back in 2012. We were there for 3 weeks, and it was great. We got a lot of good exposure. So we're hoping to go to Europe this time, and then hopefully go to America as well. And just really branch out and try and get our music out there. And I think having the new album as a good PR thing behind us will help a lot. So because a lot of people have been waiting for the new album because it's been so long since the first one. So we hope the second album gets a good response and gets us a good PR out there, and and hopefully branch out to the rest of the world. And like you said, the music industry over that way out of Australia is really booming in our sort of genre. So hopefully the crowds over there take to us, and we can try and make it a regular thing and keep going back yearly, or depending on what the funds are like. And we're just going to keep pushing as much as we can, and we'll keep going as long as we can to see if we can make it. I mean, there will come a point where if nothing is going ahead, you got to kind of maybe face reality, but we're not at that point yet. We just want to try and keep giving it as much as we can, and
Make a living out of it.
while it's still fun, we're still having fun. We have our days where we get a bit fed up, but other than that, we're having fun.
No, at the moment it's booming in the dollhouse world anyway, so slowly.
Well, thank you very much for coming out tonight,
you.
guys.
No, thank you very much.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you for having
Appreciate
us
it.
and
Been great.
taking out the time and supporting local bands. Appreciate it, really do. Thank you. Come to a show.